Так, надо проверить, поднялся ли, так сказать, Странчанский, но по идее как бы хорошо. Искренне буду в это верить. Продолжаем сюжеточку.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had happened.
Так, может, они что-то узнали?
Losing contact with their accomplices preparing the star skiff will surely put them on guard. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borson wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer Navalia to check the situation.
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
This is an automated area. So don't you think that there are a bit too many people here today? First, look at those 2 Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing us in secret since we arrived here. Then there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team must consist of 2 members. And obviously, he is not following the rules. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusually focused on checking that device. If you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
Все из них, так сказать, настоящие.
Who are you? Don't you know that Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now?
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost tourists.
А что, порт перекрыт?
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Cienjo Lafu. If the Skyfaring Commission called for a lockdown, there should be official documents proving it, right?
Official documents? Of course there are. The Cloud Knights are aware that some people have infiltrated this port.
That makes perfect sense. So you're now investigating the Borison?
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our inspection. Thank you for your understanding.
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer Navalia if you're not... Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Yenching.
Да, тут просто слоняешься без дела.
I'm an official staff member assigned to investigate a peculiar issue.
A peculiar issue.
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been an error in the production planning for the assembly line? This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the war dance had been scheduled already. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right now. If you have any questions, we can discuss them later.
Lieutenant Yenxing and General Feixiao?
You're aware of the Borison prison break, right?
Yeah, I've received the news, and I'll be on the alert.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you noticed anything unusual?
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
You've been observing the Sky Splitter for a while. Have you noticed anything?
Honestly, just watching the ship from here isn't too thrilling. I wish I could go on board and witness Lieutenant Yenxing's contests. Speaking of which, Lieutenant Yenxing, aren't you supposed to be on the Sky Splitter? Is it alright for you to be here instead?
Thank you for your concern, but I have more pressing matters to attend to.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard duty, is it?
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep an eye on the sky splitter?
Yes.
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise. The answer seems quite obvious.
Блин, чел облачных рыцарей, скорее всего, ну, типа, реально смотрит тупо на корабль, да. Он пришел полюбоваться. Сотрудники комиссии стоят, душнят. Ну, типа, их двое, и они, скорее всего, с реальным указанием. А вот мастер комиссии это... Ну, типа, он пришел разбираться, что больше кораблей, и он, собственно, сделал, чтобы их было больше.
I think he's genuinely here to investigate the star skiffs, as he claimed. In my opinion,
Серьезно?
the staff members from the Skyfaring Commission are the most suspicious.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened? Stargazer Navalia is not under lockdown.
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown as an excuse to persuade us to leave. This contradicts the Cloud Knights' plans.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try to hide, there's no way they can escape us.
Why are you still here? As I said, Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now.
No, I never issued such an order.
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now, I'm asking you a question, so answer me. Tell me. How many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning to meet Hule?
This woman, she's the general of the Yaoxing. What are you still waiting for? Attack her!
In the mood for another beating?
Calibrating.
Like fire until everything burns to ashes! Firefly Type 4 in position. Fight to live!
Did the rhythm get messed up? Dreams do come true. I like adding fuel to the fire. More seasoning. I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
This is more than a battle. Set the seas aflame!
That's all you got? Time to mix things up!
Thank you for your generosity. Take your positions.
Firefly Type 4, fight to live!
Stay in step. Let's improvise.
Attack! Run! Tell Lord Moktok about this! Why don't you kill me?
Because I need answers.
You were our war slave, so you should know us descendants of Duran. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want, but I assure you, you won't get anything from me. Only fangs and blood.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that leave the pack are prepared for the fate of never returning home. But sadly, you didn't catch my partner. He will alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hule's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that Borison escape so you could track him?
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borison. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee in fear. Then they chase them like it's a game. Borison get great satisfaction from the last struggles of their victims.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a war slave. What exactly have you experienced?
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Long ago, I was one of them.
Вы шо, Борисинг? Вы шо, Бориск?
The word Borison was only used to refer to those wolf masters. I'm a Foxian who was born in one of the fallen territories. In their eyes, we're mere consumables. Cannon fodder used to slow down Xianzhou attacks on the battlefield.
But you survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yao Cheng. If I get the chance, I'd love to hear stories of your past, General.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Wadza, we've sent the warning from Stargazer Navalia. What's the situation on your end?
I've found them. Zhao Cho is trying to stall Hule, and he signaled me to not reveal myself.
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hule from attacking Stargazer Navalia. What will he do next?
The hunt is not over yet. Stay safe, Zhao Cho.
Два часа до начала церемонии.
Please, save me.
I want to live. Doctor!
Zhao Cho, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot. Hurry!
I see. How is the front line?
The Borison beast ships have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as well.
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like this.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloud Pier telescope. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here alive. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body, it's like she was split open. Just like...
Oh, her blood pressure is dropping. Do you hear me, Zhao Cho?
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation right now. I will bring her back.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? Do you hear me, Zhao Cho?
I do. Loud and clear.
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xiangzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borisin bloodline while she was at death's door. Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate. Turns out, she's from the same clan as I am.
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such astounding power, determination, and cruelty in battle. Turns out it's all because of her Borisin bloodline. Mutt. Despicable mutt.
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Borisin. Ah. Moon Rage, a blessing for wolves, and a curse for foxes. For Borisin, to have their bodies torn apart by Moon Rage and transform into a beast, is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with poor regenerative abilities, it means certain death. Oh, with the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, she will be torn apart and die as a monster. And in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
Hule. Do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you. I exhausted myself, and my hands trembled. But I believed everything I did was meaningful. But once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths. They died under your claws, in your jaws, amidst the flames of crashing star skiffs, and under the Lux arrow of Rainbow. Like a useless idiot, I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron called Death, only to watch it struggle, dive back into the boiling broth. So I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds? Why wouldn't they value their hard-won life? All the doubts left me feeling lost.
I can smell your desperation, all the way down to your bone marrow.
Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. They placed the weight of their sacrifice on the living, granting us strength. With a coin forged by their deaths, they exchanged something more in return. Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, is just for one reason: witnessing your death with my own two eyes. Even your death has value. It will pave the way for a peaceful war dance. And a fully cured Fei Shao.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borisin, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed so much death, you won't be swayed by fear. What a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Can you even feel respect? With your corrupted heart?
Of course. Because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, in the end, you're still just a weak fox. As the wolf's creed goes, gift the wolf a dead end where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize. That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how Borisin truly respect their enemies. We will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for our hunt. Your feeble souls will witness a new future. A future that belongs to me.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act quickly.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Moktok, what's that noise?
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the war dance will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear the air routes. And if our star skiffs try to escape, we'll be spotted.
Calm down, Moktok. Look at you now, hiding and fearful. Where is your Borisin dignity?
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can come back to the Borisin Pax, there's still hope.
Hope? The Borisin have forgotten the wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in the strong, but the strong fight their way out. Bringing me back instead of choosing a new master only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a liar trying to use Duran's offspring. Moktok, let me tell you how the Borisin will rise to power. We won't hide like rats in the streets of the Xiangzhou. We will be ravenous wolves, walking amongst a herd of lambs with our fangs bared.
But, Great Warhead, our packs are not here. We can't go to war like this.
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go, everyone is the pack.
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Moktok, we're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into their hearts. Now, you devious monkey, come out and face me.
Chow Chow.
Moza. Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yao Qing. Tell your general. Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xianzhou La Fu in blood. From this moment on, wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of that devilish archer. Follow me, my cubs. We shall stride among the prey. Give the wolf a dead end when new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize. Do you hear that? The rumble of the cannons. It brings back all the memories of past battles within me. My return will bring back the Wolf's Creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore it to its former glory.
Ну, начало церемонии.
The Sky Splitter's gun salute is really loud. So this is what the war dance is actually like? I feel like my eardrums are going to burst.
Well, how could they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle? March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you?
Так я... Мастер Ирина?
Representative of the Xianzhou La Fu, I will defeat all challengers.
That's the spirit. Sounds like you're all fired up. If you could just keep your legs from shaking so much, it would be more convincing, March. As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a lawful swordmaster, taking the place of your no-good master Yenqing as the ringmaster.
But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just wipes the floor with me in seconds? I'm still a beginner in swordplay. I don't know where I got the confidence when I agreed to help General Huaiyan.
Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although, if that happens, the honor and the glory of the Xianzhou La Fu shall all be taken by the Juming.
Master Yun Li, please, I'm about to compete. Can you say something that will give me a little confidence?
March, think about the great storms that you, nameless of the Express, have weathered along your many journeys. There's no doubt that you have faced far more terrifying enemies than your opponents here today, right? Don't you feel a lot more relaxed looking at it that way?
Пойдем.
I've trained hard in the art of swordplay over these few days. It's time for me to get in the ring and prove myself. Let's go! Master Yun Li, I don't think I'm completely ready.
March, there is
no such thing as completely ready.
Miss Yunli, Miss March, this way, please.
Так, я, наверное, отряд махну, а я не могу, да. Полностью расхватку махнуть. Ну, окей.
Zhao Cho, don't just focus on exercising your intellect. Take some care of yourself too.
Кого я еще беру в этой команде?
I was informed of your arrival by Madame Yukong and came to greet you personally. The news that you will be the ringmaster in place of Lieutenant Yan Qing has been made public, Miss March. Just now, as I passed the contestants' hall, I overheard them all discussing this news. The most common question I heard was, who is March 7th? If they ask you this, how will you introduce yourself? Do you have something prepared?
Не представляюсь неудачником. Звучит хайпово. Так и ответь. Не, ладно.
March 7th, a young beauty from the Astral Express. All right, when people ask you, you might as well tell them this loud and clear.
I see you are both quite relaxed. Impressive, given the imminent danger you face. Miss Yunli's contestant information was registered for the war dance a long time ago. However, as a last-minute entry, the Skyfaring Commission has taken care of the necessary procedures for you, Miss March 7th. Please, follow this path. The contestant hall is just up ahead.
Thank you, Miss Shikwe. Come, let's take a look around the contestant hall. So, this is the contestant hall. There are so many people! March, before the war dance begins, allow me to give you one more lesson. My grandfather always told me that a weapon mimics its master. That means that a person's weapon will reflect their habits and personality. You've seen me wield old metal before, haven't you? Tell me, what did you observe from that?
Сильно?
Master Yun Li's old metal is taller than a person. Being able to wield a weapon like that must mean that you have ridiculous strength, right? Observing the weapon that your opponent uses, assessing what kind of battle skills they excel at, and where their weaknesses lie, is the key to victory in battle. A shockingly heavy sword like mine, for example, is obviously not suited for a long, drawn-out battle. So, it would be best to find a way to drag the battle out. Why would you tell me your weakness? That's the only way to ensure that we have a fair fight, don't you think? I don't want to see you go and lose to someone else, after all. Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your opponents. Let's use the people here in the contestants' hall to practice. If you know yourself and know your enemy, you will not lose in 100 battles. Know myself and know the enemy. Let's see, who should I ask first?
Ugh. I am not used to wearing clothes like this at all. Oh! You're March 7th! The stand-in for Lieutenant Yunqing, correct?
That's right. And you are?
As you can see, I am the journalist entrusted with interviewing contestants on site.
I see the Skyfaring Commission has really gone all out as the host. Interesting.
That's right! A big event like this just can't go ahead without a few of us running around.
since the competition is getting started, could I ask you some questions that are on my mind?
Да.
Oh, great! First, the question that is on everyone's minds. Lieutenant Yanqing is not appearing in today's war dance. This is just gossip from unreliable sources, but I hear that Lieutenant Yanqing is seriously injured. Is this true?
Это ложь.
Then what is the real reason?
У него проблема в отношениях.
You're kidding. That's a huge scoop. Once the war dance begins, you will be challenged by master swordsmen from many different worlds, Miss March 7th. Are there any that you're looking forward to facing in particular?
Есть.
May I ask who that
Человек бита, очевидно же. Да, человек бита.
Who? Oh, are you talking about a contestant here today? Thank you very much for accepting my interview. Much appreciated.
I came here because I wanted to meet the great Lieutenant Yanqing I've heard so much about, and finally cross blades with him myself. Who would have imagined that he would take a disciple and have her be the ringmaster in his place? This is no more than running away from a fight, and is a great dishonor to the Yaoqing. This last-minute replacement, March 7th. Who exactly is she?
Вот Маруша. Длинным спиной, на спине еще и электронный ручной арбалет.
If I'd known I could use multiple weapons at once, I'd have brought my bow.
Hello, miss. Are you here to take part in the Ringmaster's Challenge too?
That's right. I'm the March 7th that everyone's been talking about.
What? You're March 7th?
Don't worry. I'm a newbie swordmaster who's only been practicing the art of swordplay for half a month.
March 7th. Standing before you is a seasoned Cloud Knight who has practiced swordsmanship for over 200 years.
Tricking the opponent into underestimating me is a valid tactic too, right?
Вот это прогрев Гуя начался.
Was there something you wanted to ask me? Ah, yes. Yeah, this is just a regular Cloud Knight Devastator glaive. Oh, I understand what's going on, Miss March 7th and Miss Yun Lee. I'm actually not a contestant. I'm just here as a security guard.
Что не заметил?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I guess you could say it's all fair winds and calm wolves.
Тут была шутка, что типа ветер завывает.
Did you get it? Wolves sounds like waves. It's a funny pun.
He's actually explaining his joke.
Ah! Making things awkward really is my weakness.
There are still many guests arriving here. Please be cautious.
Understood.
The first round of the war dance is about to begin. Are you feeling okay, March?
Me?
Yes, I am.
I'm fine. As soon as I saw all these people gathered here, I suddenly felt weirdly relaxed.
Just make sure to maintain this composure when you go in the ring.
I understand why you wanted me to know myself and know my enemy. I don't feel as nervous as I did before.
So, do you want to go out and see the ring? I knew it! Let's go.
Да, хочу посмотреть арену.
here, we'll be able to see the War Dance's official venue.
Был реально турнирный арк.
Wow, so this is what it's like from the spectator seats? Look over there. That's the ring we'll be standing on. Master Yoon Lee? I'm getting nervous again. Can I really do this? Well, it's too late for nerves now. It's almost time. Almost time for what? As soon as I think about the mission General Hyan gave me, my heart starts racing like crazy. What do I do, Master Yoon Lee? It's when it stops speeding that we need to worry. Just take in the atmosphere and prepare yourself. I have to leave for a moment and do some inspections around the ship. This was also part of Grandpa's orders. I wonder how Master Yanqing is doing over there. Hey, focus.
General, report! The teams are in position, and the Skyfaring Commission has taken control of the Starskiff lanes.
Activate all side cranes and have them scan everyone coming in and out of the port. Remain vigilant at all times. Any suspicious movements must be suppressed as quickly as possible before the situation gets out of hand.
Yes, General.
You two, follow me. What's signals nearby, but we lost contact just a moment ago.
Could that mean...
He will be fine. Cloud Knights, search for the target.
All of you, get out of my way.
Что такое?
Wait. Don't go any closer.
General, I failed you. That mad dog left me here as...
A declaration of war.
That's right. I've been holding back the urge to slit his throat all this time. Well, Lord Hule ordered us to remain here, just to see. If you, the great Merlin's Claw, mortal enemy of the Borisin, are able to join him in a little hunting game.
Hunting is not a game. It is a battle of life and death. Are you ready for your death, abomination?
In the mood for another beating?
Save your breath.
Calibrating. Joining the battle.
The rhythm of mood is set just right. Let the show begin!
Like fun till everything burns to ashes!
Dreams do come true.
Think you what? A road of no return for all you.
Wowza, are you okay?
I wasn't able to save Jiao Chou. Hule was more cunning and powerful than I imagined.
Tell me, how is he planning to declare this war against me? With a one-on-one duel? Or with a hostage exchange, maybe?
Hule is planning on attacking the bustling streets of the Xianzhou Luofu.
What did you just say?
Impossible. Even if there are still undercover Borisin that we haven't sniffed out. Hule can't have more than a few dozen people. How is he planning on simultaneously attacking the streets of the Xianzhou Lafu?
He has an ace up his sleeve. Hule's body holds a plague mark passed down through generations of Borisin. I've seen him convert a Foxy into a Borisin wolf trooper with my own eyes. This is Hule's declaration of war. His blood, it can cause Foxians to rapidly transform and lose their minds. He has passed his blood to his minions, and is planning to spread it across the Luofu and stir up panic.
Нужно эвакуировать
Contact the
лисиц.
Skyfaring Commission and the Cloud Knights right away. Have them enforce a traffic ban and order all Foxians to remain indoors until further notice.
The moment you see your enemy's declaration of war, it means that they have already begun to take action.
But if Hule succeeds in getting this panic to spread...
Do you remember what I told you before? Hunting is about thinking the same way as your prey, not just mindlessly chasing after them. What Hule wants is to see everyone on the Luofu descend into panic. He wants to see us lose our minds and waste our limited manpower scouring every inch of the Luofu for signs of an attack until we exhaust ourselves. It's like that party game that the people of the Yaoqing love to play. They hide an object under one of several bowls, then move the bowls around and have you guess which one the object is underneath. The way I see it, this is all nothing more than misdirection. No matter what Hule does, there is one truth that cannot be changed. He is trapped aboard the Xianzhou Luofu. The only way for him to escape is to find a ship.
Расселительный беж, что ли,
Right
туда
now,
пошел?
the only ship he'd be able to see is the Sky Splitter.
In his eyes, that ship is full of countless hostages. That would be the best place for him to go. So, that will also be our final battlefield.
But if we're wrong about this, if he goes somewhere else, or if he does as he said he would, and his minions infect the Foxians everywhere with wolf blood, what do we do then? Are we just supposed to abandon those less likely locations?
This is another lesson that you must learn outside of swordplay. Weighing your options and making a decision. There are always questions that we will ask ourselves, but never be able to answer. Before making a decision, we must destroy any hesitation that we are holding on to. Once we make a decision, we must fight off any regrets. There is a chance that we will make the wrong decision and allow our allies to be sacrificed in vain. There is a chance that we will predict our enemy's movements correctly, yet underestimate their strength and be overwhelmed in battle. But being lost in hesitation and failing to take any action will always be more harmful than taking the wrong path. We must make a decision, no matter what. Everyone, listen up. I will personally take charge of Starskiff Haven, evacuate the people, and prepare for any possible attacks. I will do my best to ensure that things are safe on the ground. Nameless, please lend us your strength as you did when the Ambrosial Arbor was reborn. I need you and Wildza to go in search of Jiao Cho.
Лады.
General, please entrust me with the safety of the Sky Splitter. I was originally meant to participate in the tournament, so now it is only right that I return to the Sky Splitter.
If Hule does come to attack the Sky Splitter, Lieutenant Yanqing, I need you to hold him there until I am able to arrive.
Please rest assured, General. If he dares step foot on the Sky Splitter, I, Yanqing, swear on the blade in my hands that he shall not escape.
Cloud Knights! The Borisin have arrogantly decided to challenge us on Xianzhou territory. They vow that they will unleash a bloodbath along the streets of the Xianzhou. The unarmed civilians of the Xianzhou and countless visitors from afar are under our protection. Let me ask you, as Cloud Knights, will we allow the Borisin to succeed with their plan? on your guard. Calling Starskip Haven. Have all Cloud Knights be on full alert for Borson attacks.
Faishal, the ports of Starskip Haven are crawling with wolf-like creatures. They're moving fast.
Hold them back! I will be there immediately!
А вот это не зверели.
There you are, Faishal.
Madam Yukong. After 30 years, we find ourselves fighting side.
Интересно, это моя это или оригинальная? Типа интересно аж.
Then time for the next fight.
Блин, нельзя смотреть подробную инфу. Хотелось бы просто статы хотя бы сравнить.
Let's see. All together. A short respite, then time for the next fight.
Возможно, мне и не надо было тут защищать все, но я могу.
We have cleared out the enemies in Starskip Haven.
But it seems that there are fierce battles being waged at both the Exalting Sanctum and Arum Alley. I will prepare a Starskiff.
We cannot allow the fighting to continue. This is now a race against time to stop this farce that Hule has created. I know Zhao Cho always wants me to know my limits and not get carried away, but now is the time to bring this to a swift end. Contact the Exalting Sanctum. Tell them if they see a light in the sky, all units are to retreat immediately. Madam Yukong, lend me your bow.
What's that? Everyone, out of the way!
Хорошо, ядерный взрыв с луком.
What a mess. I just knew it would end up this way. Every time she hits the battlefield, she makes a mess like this. She didn't even leave a single survivor to get intel from. One of these men must have known about Hule and Zhao Cho's whereabouts.
Да, что это было?
That was one of Fei Xiao's arrows. Who knows what she used as an arrow to fire all the way over here?
Хочу посмотреть на стрел поближе. Маца кидает восхваленный взгляд, на его лице так и читается, жить
Take a
надоело.
good look around. If you can find one or two Borisin that aren't dead yet, let me know. I don't care how tight their lips are sealed. I always have a way to crack them open and get the information we need.
What a terrifying attack. Who could have imagined that such astonishing strength would lie in the hands of a Foxian war slave? So
is more like a descendant of Duran than we who have fallen to our current state. No wonder the Warhead has his eyes on her.
Здорово.
The sneak that infiltrated the shackling prison. Moktok, you are harder to kill than a cockroach. But the fact that you have willingly shown yourself saves us some time. It is not too late for you to surrender. Tell me, where are Hule and Jiao Cho?
Save your energy, Yao Qing monkey. If there is one principle that we beasts know well, it is that we might have to break off an arm to break free from a cage. Today, I will be that arm. I lived as a hunter for many years, yet I have only followed the Warhead for this recent, brief period. However, his existence has brought light back to our once blind eyes, like the moon of Verdantia. He has shown me the way. The descendants of Duran have abandoned the Wolf's Creed. In order to ensure our survival, we took solace in the shadows and fed on one another. We were no longer wolves. We were no more than rats, living a dirty and pathetic life. Thanks to the gift granted to us by Lord Hule, I have shared his vision and his blood. The descendants of Duran should live for the victory of the pack, and they should die for it as well. Come, Yao Qing man. Show me your fangs. We will fight to the death!
Pugh. How honorable, you mangy dog. But you seem to have misunderstood. There will be no fair one-on-one duel.
Как же он это сливается с бой один на один.
Put you down.
Типа, не-не-не. Мы толпой на одного.
It boils in my veins. The Morrison resurgence is at hand.
Morrison resurgence? Pillage and murder freely, as you did. 1,000 years before? The Xianzhou Yaoqing will ensure that this is nothing more than your dying fantasy.
Joining the battle. Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes! Set to the seas of flame!
Fight me. Useless and be running.
Let's improvise. Oh, she's
This is more than a battle. Fight to live!
I must hold on. Morrison resurgence shall come.
No matter how heroic your sacrifice, there is no honor in your battles or deaths, Borison.
It seems that Moktok got what he wished for.
Hule, your declaration of war is over. From now on, no matter where you run, General Fei Xiao will catch you and send you to the same fate as Moktok.
Your tongue is sharper than your claws. Don't stand in my way, child. Have your general speak with me. Our little hunting game is not over yet.
Stand down, Walza. I am here, Hule. What do you wish to say?
The Merlin's Claw. Though we have never met on the battlefield, I have heard many interesting things about you from both my men and your healer. The people of the Xianzhou must be quite brave to allow a Foxian war slave with Borism blood to ascend to the position of general. Has no one ever questioned that lineage of yours? Or could it be that your grand achievements were enough to convince everyone to keep their lips sealed?
Claiming to have family ties with the enemy sounds to me like an attempt at asking for mercy. Hule, are you begging me for mercy?
I see that it is not only the ruthless blood of a wolf that courses through your veins, but also the cunning blood of a fox. When you think about it, this was a gift from the Borson. Anything that we gift, we are also free to reclaim. The Merlin's Claw. I shall extend a final invitation to you. I will be waiting for you on the Sky Splitter. Before you arrive, I will slaughter all in sight, allowing the crimson moon that has fallen dim for over 700 years to once more come to life. I will illuminate this ship with the sheen of blood and show everyone just how weak and powerless the Xianzhou is. Then, I will pilot this ship through every blockade and barrier you have prepared and begin my journey home. This ship shall be the flagship for the Borison Resurgence. Before I finish these tasks of mine, you have a chance to stop me or die at my hands. This is the path that I have prepared for you.
I accept your challenge, Hule. Because the very moment you stepped aboard the Sky Splitter, you stepped onto your path to ruin.
Начало церемонии.
I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter.
That's easy for my grandfather to say. But this mission doesn't seem so simple anymore. The first round of the tournament is about to begin. I wonder how Yanqing and the others are doing. According to the plan, I should seek out the Cloud Knight soldiers aboard the Sky Splitter and see if they've discovered anything. Maybe I should take a moment to meet with March before the tournament starts. March is in the contestants' lounge right now. March, it's me, Yunli. Are you okay?
Just a moment. I'm coming.
She's still a nervous wreck. You still seem nervous.
I wasn't this nervous before. It's just being such an important mission to carry out as well.
March, calm down.
Я тебе помогу.
Don't worry about your mission. You have me here too, right? I know my grandfather said that you must represent the Luofu as the ringmaster. But don't let that intimidate you. Ask yourself. You are a nameless of the Astral Express. You have always been free to come and go as you please. So why did you board the Sky Splitter with me when my grandfather gave us this mission?
Why? Because I also want the war dance to go smoothly. For us Nameless, even though we're just visitors at every stop, it was here that I met my two masters and made many new friends. I want the war dance to go ahead without any problems, for everyone's sake.
Good answer. The tournament is about to begin, so I must go carry out the mission that Grandpa gave me. March, may your blade be sharp and your victory glorious.
Thank you, Master Yunli.
According to Grandpa's plan, I should seek out the Cloud Knight soldiers aboard.
Is that you, Miss Yunli? If there's anything that I can help you with, please let me know.
Знаете,
You haven't
шутить.
noticed anything out of the ordinary yet.
Very good. Although, there is one thing I want to confirm with you.
Как их идентифицировать,
Unfortunately, we
знаете?
don't have any means to distinguish between Borisin and Foxians. However, you can rest assured that the Cloud Knights are working hard to investigate the source of the forged identities. Your timing is perfect, Miss Yunli. We actually just received an emergency boarding request.
An emergency boarding request?
It wasn't on the Sky Splitter Starskiff registry, but all the documentation checked out.
Who would be boarding the ship at this time? Where are they? I'll go check it out.
The Starskiff is using the contestant docking bay. Would you like me to lead the way?
No need. You have your own duties to take care of. I will be fine by myself. I have to check on this immediately. Routine inspection! All passengers, please prepare for an inspection. So this is the suspicious Starskiff. Where did the passengers go? I'm going to count down from 10. If you do not come out, I will destroy the ship. 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Time is running out. 3, 2, 1. Wait a second.
It's me. It's just a routine inspection. You weren't actually going to blow up the ship, were you? Is that also some kind of Zhuming custom? Wait! Even though the Borisin can disguise themselves, they can't turn into someone as short as me. Put your sword away.
Didn't little Yenqing claim he was going to give up being the ringmaster and go on the hunt instead? Help shoulder the general's burdens?
The Borisin on the ground suddenly launched an attack. General Fei Xiao was concerned that this was all a diversion by Hule, so I requested to come to the Sky Splitter and provide support.
Can't believe you ended up back here on the Sky Splitter after running around all over the place. But you're too late to enter the tournament now. Following Grandpa's plan, our disciple March is taking your place as ringmaster. Aren't you proud of her?
When I first heard the news, I was definitely proud, but also a little concerned.
More manpower is always a good thing, since the Sky Splitter is so large. Oh, and by the way, you should know that...
What's happening?
Does it feel like the sky splitter has slowed down? Could it be? Come with me. We need to check the engine room. It's the heart of the ship, so we need to prioritize its safety.
The war dance is about to begin. Contestants, please make your way to the arena.
The engine room is just up ahead. Let's go. Intercepting sword technique. Strange. Why is there no one here?
The Cloud Knights. They're over here.
And you should be lying alongside them. Don't worry, children. There's plenty of space to hide your bodies over here.
Even though I truly hoped that the war dance would go ahead uninterrupted, and that I was worrying for no reason.
Now that these guys have finally shown up, it's a huge weight off my mind. Bring it on, you abominations! Yes, you!
The mood is set. Let the show begin! Recalibrating.
Right on time. Yes, you! Right on time.
Joining the battle. Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes!
Nice like a good brew. Full-bodied, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Set to the sea, go blaze!
We found 2 wolves in the engine room. That means that even more abominations have infiltrated other areas. Hule is already aboard the Sky Splitter!
There's no time to talk about this. The war dance has already started. If my guess is correct, the Borison will most likely use the ceremony to begin their slaughter. Let's go. We need to get to the war dance ring. Come with me. To the ring.
Говорит, с одного до дурака на 4 кулака. Как-то не очень видно, конечно.
this moment on, the Sky Splitter belongs to me. And for you, dear spectators, I have prepared a true fight to the death. Now, run for your lives!
My apologies. The spectators that you were expecting aren't here. Everyone here actually came to see you. Cloud Knights, prepare for battle!
My son, wait for me. That's fine too. Since you have all prepared for your deaths, come, give me all you've got. Entertain me.
На 6 часов до всего этого капец как раз.
Surround your enemy, but leave one side open. This is your strategy for ensuring that the war dance will be able to be held as usual?
Precisely. When Hule escaped, we should have cancelled the war dance immediately. No one can predict where a wild beast like him will attack. Yet festivals and celebrations like this are likely to become targets. However, preparations for the war dance were in the works for so long, I couldn't bear to announce its cancellation. So I thought, if the show must go on, then let it go on. But that doesn't mean that the war dance we hold today has to be the real event. All we need to do is swap all the spectators and contestants aboard the ship with Cloud Knight soldiers, and the Sky Splitter, soaring high above, will become the ultimate battleground for our hunt.
But what do we do if Hule is not planning to attack the war dance?
Then we just need to draw his attention to the Sky Splitter. We'll have the Skyfaring Commission clear all transport lanes and cut down Starskiff traffic. Then, when the time comes, there will be only one ship in the sky, and he will have no reason not to attack. General Fei Shao will be in charge of scaring the wolves and cutting off their other means of escape, making him think that this will be his best way out. Given that the Borisin already have insiders on the Law Fu, I will be in charge of putting pressure on them, making them focus solely on keeping themselves safe.
Very good. Then I'd better dust off my weary bones too. I will go with the Skyfaring Commission to guard the Jade Gate and ensure that things do not spiral out of control.
Knowing that Elder Huayan is part of our last line of defense is a great comfort. This hunt will make Hule understand that the arrows of the hunt will always be one step ahead of the abominations.
That jolt just now. What's going on? It feels like the entire ship has started to slow down. Borisin must have actually infiltrated the Sky Splitter. Based on General Huayan's orders, it's time for me to take action. Peach Blossoms and Divine Sword to...
Nice form. Shall we compete to see how fast our hunts are?
Блин, они бы хотя бы отряды дали быстро менять. Ладно.
You guys, you're not Cloud Knights acting as Borison, are you? You're real Borison, aren't you? Looks like the General's arrangements are finally coming in handy. I need to find Yun Li and the others as soon as possible. You go, Master!
The fearless knows not fear. I won't do. Let the valuation begin. The market is unpredictable. Investing in victory means playing the long game.
I'll see you off.
Bloom. Pretty good
I
perk.
venture forth to hunt. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! You're falling apart on your own. Never hesitate!
The plan said that if Hule appears, the Cloud Knights will assemble and do everything they can to suppress him. Master Yun Li, where are you? The hall below the ring. I remember it being this way.
Это руководство генералов. Присмотрите с мощными силами Бресинс, прежде чем идти дальше, подготовьтесь. Я готов.
Master Yanqing! What are you doing here?
I was concerned about the safety of the Sky Splitter, and my dear disciple, of course.
Yanqing, the wolf you are hunting is standing above us in the war dance ring at this very moment, facing the Cloud Knights. This war dance will not be seen by the people of the Xianzhou, nor will it be just a ceremonial sword fight. This is a battle to the death that offers no honor, only mortal danger. March. Are you ready?
Ну, раз уж я здесь, то чё?
To use General Jing Yuan's favorite expression, since I'm already here.
Yun Li, Miss March, may your blades be sharp, and your victories glorious.
May your blades be sharp, and your victories glorious.
May your blades... Ah, forget it. Let's go and make this a quick victory.
Let's go.
So feeble. Such weakness is truly pathetic.
I've been waiting a long time for this, Hule.
I see shall we send some young cubs to the slaughter?
Remember this. My name is March 7th, Ringmaster of the Law Fu.
Does the Senate not have any worthy warriors?
I wouldn't let my guard down if I were you. It's about time this old wolf tasted defeat at the hands of a young cub.
Прикольно, что ускорение как бы ускоряет и, так сказать, анимация состояния.
Time to show you what I can read. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. What's this?
The fearless knows not fear.
Go Nabi!
You chose the wrong enemy.
Receive divinity.
Pretty good perks.
You think a little ambush is enough to defeat me? Just how
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead return!
Such insane power.
Market of unprice. Investing in victory means playing the long game.
Идите, он жесткий. Можно рестарт. Просто развалили дичайше. Короче, надо бить этих. Убить, короче, маленького чела, наверное.
I wouldn't let my guard down if I were you. It's about time this old wolf tasted defeat at the hands of a young cub.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
Bloom. Repay.
А, он его перепризывает снабить так большого. Кайфу.
I venture forth to hunt. Forever triumphant!
А, было немножко по-другому. Надо было сначала твою эту ж мать. Да реально, блин, это что за дичь? Что такой сложный бой? Нексдор.
A long time for this Hule. Remember this. My name is Mark 7. Bring that to the law.
Does the Senjo not have any worthy warriors?
Show you what I can really do.
I wouldn't let my guard down if I were you. It's about time this old wolf tasted defeat at the hands of a young cub.
The fearless knows not fear.
Let the valuation begin. Go Nuppy!
I underestimated you. Receive divinity. Repay. You chose the wrong enemy.
You think a little ambush is enough to defeat me? I believe it. Just how wrong?
Such insane power.
В смысле, я не могу ультануть в это время? Это что за свинство? Ладно, я попробую просто как-то пропыхтеть, авось проклял.
Awesome. You'll make good practice. Now watch this.
I'll see you off. I underestimated you. Bloom.
Thank you.
I underestimated you.
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this.
The fearless knows not fear.
I could take 10 of you.
Eternal sleep is not the end.
The dead return!
У меня такое ощущение, может, и оружие смысла. Почему он так хилит мало? У него всегда был довольно, типа, нормальный хил. Но нет, он вообще убер помойный.
Receive divinity.
That's better. Never hesitate. Too slow.
Oh, I get it!
I venture forth to hunt. Forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Ready to shine.
The Crimson Moon burns high.
Not very sportsmanlike. Time to show you what I can. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. What's this?
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead return!
You're falling apart on your own. I venture forth to hunt. Forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
I could take 10 of you.
Ну, тупо как в лучших аниме добывает Марцем. Нет, не добывает. Это было грустно.
You're the best.
Underestimated you.
Show me what you can do. The fearless knows not fear.
Not that. It will take much more than that. Your feeble weapons are like blades of grass. I've had enough. Time to finish this game. What's happening? Secrets are a weapon that a hunter cannot live without. Those that have no secrets are no more than prey, cut open and waiting for death.
What you're saying is, in your eyes, I am no more than prey that has exhausted all of its secrets and is simply awaiting its death.
Do you think you have some other escape route? Jiao Chou, I have already peeled back your disguises and defenses, layer by layer. I know all the secrets that you and your general have buried so deep.
But you have told me all of your secrets too, Warhead.
Oh, but you will never have a chance to use them. You will be buried with them right here. Although, you are a fortunate one. After all, you will avoid having to see the tragic future that awaits your general. I'm sure she understands her fate far better than you ever will. One day on the battlefield, she will be overpowered by her ever-intensifying moon rage, and finally be torn apart by her fury and transformation. Not even your god can save her from this fate, although they can lead her to liberation. And the only way to save her is here, in my hands.
Are you the healer? Or am I? Are you really that certain of your own judgment?
I must leave, Foxian. But before I go, you know what I must do, don't you?
Drink blood wine. I hear it is a Borisin custom to kill prisoners and drink their blood before battle to stir up their madness.
You really did put hard work into researching us. It is a shame that this is where your journey ends.
Are you the healer, Jiao Cho?
Is there anything that I can do for you?
I heard that you saved me.
There's no need to thank me.
If you're a healer, can you cure my moon rage?
And what if I can? Do I just sit back and watch as you head back out to die in battle? Listen to me, child. Your condition is not suited for the battlefield.
Okay, then can you cure war?
What are you talking about? I'm just a healer. All I can do is...
So all you can do is heal us and let us go cure war.
Such arrogance, young lady. This war has been waged for thousands of years, and it will only continue. What do you mean by cure war? All you will achieve is getting yourself killed.
You healers work yourselves to the bone to save people, even though there will always be sickness and death. So we will also keep fighting. I cannot speak for the dead, but I know that General Yueyu, as well as all the warriors that never returned from battle, will not have died in vain. They fought so that others could make it home alive. Your actions are no different.
Jiao Cho, this is an order. Cure me!
Как заставить приличного ребенка есть перец, как заставить миленького волка выпить яд, так выпить его самому и дать выпить себе.
Those who have no secrets are no more than prey. Cut open and waiting for death. Enjoy the taste of my fresh blood, Hulei. Unfortunately, I am not a man without secrets. I still have one little secret hidden up my sleeve. Tumble dust. I drank it a while ago, and the poison is already flowing through my veins. Sooner or later, you will begin to feel the effects. If the most lethal poison known to this world is able to save innocent lives, then it can also be called a great medicine. I will do my best to cure you. Fish out. I kept my promise. At the cost of this insignificant life. Bring victory to the Yaoqing.
So, you want to play dirty? Here, it's colder.
My sword is even colder!
Hulei's movements are slowing down?
This is our chance.
It's time for us to put this dog down!
Eternal sleep is not the end.
The dead return!
Someone...
Так, о, в начале каждого хода теряет 5% хп, то есть надо просто затерпеть, можно сказать, практически.
Nice job!
The fearless knows not fear. I won't do it.
Go Nuppy!
Better cut our losses.
I'll see you all.
I venture forth to hunt. Forever triumphant! Check. Victory is inevitable! Show me what you can do. I'll give you 5 seconds. I won't do it.
I underestimated you. Eternal sleep is the dead return!
The market is unpredictable. Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Fangs and claws got dull. The fearless knows not fear.
That does not mean you cannot be overpowered.
Pretty good work.
Hule, take a good look. The power of the Cloud Knights is in my blade.
Confiscated!
I venture forth to forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Impossible! How could a mere whelp defeat me?
Эйсы. Который у меня есть, но я его не беру, потому что говорят, что он бесполезный.
The hunt is finally over. Thank you for holding out so long. The Cloud Knights are withdrawing as we speak. Lieutenant Yanqing, how are you holding up?
Еще десяток могу уложить.
I've never been better. I could take on 10 more Hules.
Take it easy, young one. Your wounds look quite severe. I'll have the Alchemy Commission healers see to you when they arrive. Who would have imagined that I would arrive late to the battlefield for the first time in my life? No. Perhaps you young ones' blades were just too fast for me. I originally thought, in the best case scenario, you would team up and hold this beast back while protecting yourselves. However, you joined forces and defeated Hule. Ah, the youth are truly to be feared and respected. Come, we need to lock up Hule once again before anything unexpected happens.
Such an unforgettable blade. So similar to the one wielded by that woman who defeated me all those years ago. Over 700 years have passed, and I thought I would have a way to overcome it by now. But in the end, my fangs and claws were too slow.
Stop struggling, Hule. There's plenty of time for you to be tortured by your regrets when you go back to the Shackling prison.
Yes, I was defeated, but this was not unexpected. And regardless, you still showed your face, Fei Shao.
М? Я могу отряд поменять? Да, могу. О, давай. Предложи мне самую ссылку, так сказать, со спамом промокодов. А нет, человек, здорово, да, избавляю квадробер. Просто примерно так же обычно залетают боты, которые спамят всякое говно. Типа, братишка, привет. А потом следующим сообщением. Как насчет того, чтобы воспользоваться накруткой ботов? Я такой, мяу. Вкуснятина. Да, бью квадроберов, так сказать, да прохожу сюжеточку. Кайфую. Панч на самом деле он такой интересненький, правда я на него подзабил плотно из-за того, что начало всей этой истории душное. Я вообще не очень люблю лафу, честно говоря.
With your skills, we'll get out of this in one piece. Right?
О, нормально, я бы сходил. Но поздновато. Здорово. А я уже смешарик.
Our little hunting game has finally reached its climax. I told you before, I had a path prepared for you. You've doomed yourselves. As I meet my demise, so shall the entire Xianzhou Lafu. The crimson wound in my chest will make this place shine with blood. I will drive all Foxians to madness in their fear, craving slaughter without end. What now? Fei Shao.
This is the heart of the Borisin Warhead, a product of the Plague Mark. I'll leave the next part to you.
I don't understand.
We cannot allow this thing to spread. I will do all within my power to consume this Crimson Moon. Once the situation changes, Lieutenant Yanqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules. Understood.
Да, собака все скривила опять.
General,
Да, но я выбил, не забивая, поэтому она так слабо бьет.
Die, Borisin.
What? We clearly don't have wolf ears.
I will not allow any of you to leave the Sky Splitter.
Всё понятно, опять дед с батей, так сказать, по пьяни сцепились.
Hule just wanted to take down the general, even at the cost of his own life. Snap out of it, General!
Есть у меня ощущение, что Хулей будет более сложным, чем эта баба. Прям, так сказать, почти что гарантированно. Сейчас проверю, но будет смешно, если будет так.
Take your positions. Let's improvise. The mood is set. Let the show begin. I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before we leave?
Like fireflies. Till everything burns to ashes! This is my set to the sea someday! Firefly Type 4 in position. Fight to live!
You are
In the mood for another beating? Nice, I get my friends.
Ой, ну все, пошло жесткое избиение собаки.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true. How about the
This is set to the sea someday!
Че, вторая фаза?
We can't let her get away! But do we stand any chance at all?
She said, I'll leave the next part to you. She put her faith in us!
Try.
I promise. I will cure you. Feisha.
No one can live forever, Zhao Zhao. This time, I must break my promise.
Ну слушай, я все-таки считаю, что типа то, что кто-то юзает какой-то путь, это скорее, ну, типа, игровая условность, а в реальности, если у тебя их два, то их реально два. Но это не точно.
Is this the Sky Splitter? Or somewhere else?
Lieutenant Yanqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules. Understood.
We can't let her get away!
Snap out of it, General!
You always leave the hardest battles for yourself.
Ну, я ожидал такое. Там что, реально прям... А, нет, я думал, это ее фури форма, а это Хулей тупо.
I understand you even better than your own allies.
Ulay?
This rage, I remember the taste. I know that it was never victory that it thirsted for, but the hunt itself. Isn't that right, Fei Xiao?
You shouldn't be here. I saw you die with my own eyes.
Just consider me a figment of your imagination. Before every hunt, I make preparations for defeat and retreat. But not this time. This time, defeat was exactly the ending I was racing towards. When I learned your story from Zhao Zhou, I realized that he had always been hiding a secret, and that not even the healer himself understood the meaning of this secret. What an ironic fate, don't you think? All this time, waiting for this day to
Кажется, что она дочка Хулея. Вот это поворот.
this was how it would turn out. I accepted.
Тупо в стиле индийских фильмов.
Now, let us break through the ironclad defenses of the Arbiter General's heart and see what secret she has hidden in those deepest, darkest corners.
No,
Ну, можно их бить. Не знаю, правда, зачем, ну да ладно, я дурак, мне можно.
So-called survival of the fittest is nothing but an excuse. You cannot weaken my resolve, Huleg.
Blinded by the fury of your moon rage, you slaughtered your allies. Merlin's Claw, you have betrayed the Alliance. Your actions are no different from those of the abominations we stand against. At the end of the day, it is the blood of the abominations that runs through your veins. Enemy of the Alliance. Cloud Knights, formation.
You ran into the arms of your new master's army without hesitation. You thought that you had found freedom, respect, and recognition. But you were wrong. They know all too well that a wolf will always be a wolf.
Ауф. Прям цитата.
You aim to instill terror within me. Yet all of this is nothing but a phantom!
It's time to return to the pack, Fei Shao. No matter how deep the hatred you bear for the Borson, no matter how much we may consider each other enemies, I will still show you this path that you never imagined was available to you. Because you made a choice. You devoured the Crimson Moon. You are worthy to become the Borson's warhead.
What did you say?
The descendants of Duran who came to rescue me hoped with all their hearts that once I regained my freedom, I would be able to turn the tides of battle and change the fate of our people, allowing the Borson to return to their former glory. But this was just a dream used by someone with ulterior motives to manipulate the Borson. Your healer, Jiao Chu, served you with such loyalty. He was even willing to die in order to cure your moon rage. I told him before that the only way to save you lay in my hands. If you just nod your head, you will awaken from this nightmare that the Crimson Moon has inflicted on you, and your body will be born anew. From that moment, you will no longer be trapped by your rage. Your doubt will be swept from your mind like dust, and your fear will naturally disappear.
So this was the path that you prepared for me. To become a new you.
That's right. We are so similar after all. We are both monsters that were born for war, and will die for
I'm sure my answer doesn't need much explanation. I refuse.
I told you before, Foxian and Borison are no more than labels. You can be whoever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. Accept these truths, and the Borison will bow to you. Destroy them, reduce them to dust, or teach them to become servants of the Xianzhou. You are free to do as you please. Carve your name into the Xianzhou's history books, or into the list of arch enemies. You have the final say.
You do not understand, Hule. You have no idea what it is that I truly desire. When I was just a child, I stained my hands with blood for the first time, in order to escape the whips and shackles of the Wolf Masters.
Nirgal, don't stop! Keep running! I can't run anymore. Saran, are they catching up? They're still behind us. Don't stop! Nirgal, look up! Look at that light in the sky! That's a shooting star. It's shining down on us. If we just tell it our wish, we can have our freedom. We will all be able to escape. We'll win our freedom and then share it with our cooler brothers and sisters. So you have to run. Quickly. We can do it. We can escape. Nirgal, run with me!
We ran and ran with all the strength we had. But we ended up losing each other. I escaped the hunting pack and encountered a woman that could fly. Cloud Knight.
I imagine you kept your promise.
Unfortunately, when I led her back in order to free my Kulor companions, there was nothing left there but a bottomless pit.
The light of the devilish archer. A star of calamity that strikes the ground and leaves only devastation in its wake.
In the years that followed, I followed the trail of that light alongside my Cloud Knight allies, and saw it fall countless more times. Gradually, I came to understand. that light was not some shooting star that carried wishes and aspirations. Each Lux arrow meant that countless lives in a helpless world were about to be obliterated. I prayed to the god of the skyboat that I would never have to witness one of these shooting stars fall again. But they ignored my prayers.
That's right. They never answer us. They just let us loose in this world to massacre each other. That is why the fierce battle between us has raged to this day. If the gods who never bleed nor cry, who watch silently from above, refuse to listen to the prayers of mortals, then we have no choice but to fight for our own desires. Do you understand now, Saran? You and I are similar in more ways than you think. You are a beast that was born for war and will die for war.
Perhaps. So, what is it that you yearn for, Hule? Why is it that you fight?
I fight so that I can turn the stars above into a great wilderness for Boris to roam. What about you, Saran?
I fight so that one day I will never have to witness another shooting star falling to the ground. So that just one more person can live and return to the Yaoqing alongside me.
You would resist becoming the person you were supposed to be. Lower yourself from a free wolf to a domesticated fox just for the sake of one person. And then have it your way. I will use your fear and doubt as my nourishment. I will seize you and devour you. I will replace you and become a Shao.
We are so similar. Both monsters that were born for war and will die for war. You were right when you said that, Hule. So, I shall pray to the heavens. Even if they do not respond to me, I pray that the arrows of the hunt will pierce the heart of every monster. Do you see me, shooting star? The knights are sworn to protect the Xianzhou. I will uphold this vow until my very last day. Tears of blood, and all living creatures have howled and lamented. I once commanded the strong and hunted the weak. Now, I will use your air beast as my weapon, and your name as my prey. Fei Xiao! Peel back your disguises and show you how cowardly and powerless you truly are, Hule! A wolf lurks in the heart
Так. Короче, надо пробивать уязвимость, как я понял, да, наверное. Чтобы пробить уязвимость. Продвигать их вперед, но ты точно, блин, хреново, что хп мало. Уже старт прям. Ни хрена непонятно, короче. Надо, короче, пробивать сопротивление этой дресни, все будет по кайфу.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Like fire until everything burns to ashes! Firefly Type 4 in position. Fight to live!
I shall hold my claws!
Nice, like a good
Наверное, надо было сначала ударить, что-то до его футбола тогда.
Make your move, Lay.
That won't do.
And your life will be stolen. Fight to the death, and you shall live forever!
Fight to live!
Who wants to devour me? It will first have to beg for my mercy!
Капец, они там кряхтят потешно. Так, кого бить? Я бить буду. По идее, должен Мурмура проходить, искренне в это верю. Или надо, типа, у всего туловища пробивать сопротивление, чтобы урон нормально шел. Ладно, я просто убью ее, да все.
Take your positions.
That won't do.
Joining the battle.
In the mood for another beating? Nice, like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Never hesitate!
Stay in step. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
That won't do.
Sam in position.
I swear to be the arrowhead.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Fight to live!
I swear to be the arrowhead.
Forever triumphant!
Ау, чё они так всю стамину трясут жестко?
In the mood for another beating? Nice, like a good brew. But my friends, indulge yourselves!
Я предположу, что все, да, фул пробит.
Mood is set. Let the show begin!
That won't do.
Join in the battle. In the mood for another beating?
I swear to be forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! Never hesitate!
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
You
Set in position.
Until everything burns to ashes!
You are not worthy.
The fear that kills not fear! I swear to be forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Stay in.
That won't do.
Fight to live!
Our little hunting game ends here. You're falling apart on your own. Mighty light of the heavens, wolf in my heart, come to me. We shall conquer as one. Victory is inevitable. My only enemy has always been myself.
General. General, you're awake.
Охота завершена. Вожак поврежден, волки не могут сопротивляться и проигрывают облачного рыцаря. Мозг информации находится отцу, находящегося при смерти. Остается уладить последнее дело, связаться с побегом Хуэ. Мне впадло, честно говоря, что проходить уже. Сказать,
I'd like to hear their explanations.
я бы это скорее на завтра оставил, ну ладно. Уж, наверное, тут немножко осталось допыхтеть.
Welcome, Miss Lingshaw. I am Preceptor Tauron.
Greetings, my honored preceptor. It's been a while since we last touched base. I've brought a friend with me today. I believe you're already familiar with each other.
Tauron? Elder Tauron? I remember when I was exiled, you were on the verge of passing on. What's with this new look? All of this is thanks to your past life. Had you not been so rash, I wouldn't have had to walk such a dangerous road to free our clan. becoming this specter of my former self. Don Hung, you've returned twice, but it seems that meeting us fossils wasn't on your agenda. Regrettable indeed. Now here you are to meet me anyway. Life does love its ironies, doesn't it?
I didn't come here with Miss Lingsha today to reminisce.
Indeed. When the Cauldron Master extends an invitation, it's only proper for the preceptors to attend.
As the newly appointed Cauldron Master, there's been much to take care of within the Alchemy Commission. It's only now that I've had the chance to speak with you. Please forgive the delay, Elder. I sent over some evidence regarding the prison break in the Shackling prison. I trust you've already looked it over.
Yes. You sent us the remains of Mara-struck soldiers, a map of the Shackling prison, and a semblance reversion essence pill.
These are the remains of assassins who used Cloud Hymn magic to conceal their tracks. They aided in the Borisons' escape, allowing them unimpeded passage through the Shackling prison. That marked-up map is a map of prisoners' escape routes. Vidyadhara craftsmen once made blueprints for the prison's construction, so I imagine, Mr. Tauran, you have a similar map in your possession. This pill.
Is semblance reversion essence. Indeed. I helped plot the prison break in the Shackling prison.
So, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus joining forces with the Lord Ravager to stir up trouble in the Alchemy Commission, the introduction of the Stellaron, and the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection all have something to do with the Vidyadhara.
That's right. You
Неудивительно.
were sent here by the General to hear my confession, weren't you? If there's even a shred of empathy in you, you should understand the reasons behind everything I've done. Ever since the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, the population of the Vidyadhara has dwindled. With the High Elder exiled, a few of us preceptors had to do what we could to turn the tide. My methods might have been drastic, perhaps even incomprehensible. But it was all for one cause. The survival of the Vidyadhara. Yet, the Xianzhou natives zealously forbid any plague marks and did nothing while the Vidyadhara suffered. Don Hum, Lingsha, as Vidyadhara, you should understand the desperation behind my actions. All I've tried to do is to ensure our survival.
I'm well aware of the challenges the Vidyadhara face. Fighting for survival isn't a sin. But Elder, your actions have gone beyond mere survival. You've become a beast driven solely by the propagation, devoid of even a hint of empathy.
Oh. Despite calling ourselves a noble draconic bloodline, at our core, we're merely bipedal beasts. The survival of our kind is paramount. If I hadn't resorted to beastly actions, the Vidyadhara might not even exist. The sages show no mercy, as the old wisdom goes. When the High Elder abandoned our people's survival, I had to shoulder the world's sins alone. Lingsha, Don Hum, the past is behind us, but the future of the Vidyadhara still lies within your grasp. The situation on the Xianzhou Luofu has changed rapidly. As Vidyadhara, we must unite in purpose and avoid the mistakes of the previous Imbibitor Lunae.
I was initially skeptical about the Vidyadhara's betrayal of the Alliance. But after hearing your confession, I realized that there is no point in talking about trust. Breaking the covenant of our alliance will bring war upon the Vidyadhara. Even if we are able to have offspring again, what difference will it make?
Once my plan succeeds, the Alliance will see the Vidyadhara as their saviors, because both parties ultimately share the same interests.
So now that survival won't convince us, you want to talk about interests?
For 1,000 years, the Alliance has been engaged in brutal warfare against the denizens of abundance. Yet victory has remained beyond reach. Have you ever wondered why? Should the Alliance emerge victorious, they will inevitably become the next denizens of abundance. However, if they suffer defeat, the Alliance will face extinction. Thus, the Alliance has deceitfully upheld this precarious balance. However, I have a way to escape from this dilemma. The Alliance's path to salvation lies within the secret of dragon transmutation. Imagine if there were a way to transform other life forms into Vidyadhara. The Alliance would then possess an endless stream of soldiers and would not need to worry about casualties. Once the war ended, these soldiers would cease reproduction, eliminating concerns of overpopulation. This is the way to salvation for the Xianzhou Alliance. The ultimate path to end the universe's suffering under the immortality plague. Only we, the Vidyadhara, can achieve this.
So, you relied on this rhetoric to manipulate the ignorant members of the Vidyadhara into serving you. I am deeply disappointed in you, Elder. Your thoughts and intentions are completely devoid of empathy. Cloud Knights!
Hold it.
Miss Bailu!
Mr. Danheng and Sister Lingsha! Everyone's here?
You think I don't know why you're really here? Jing Yuan sent you here to test me, didn't he? According to the oath between the Alliance and the Vidyadhara, it's forbidden to spill Vidyadhara blood on their own territory. Are you all ready to violate this oath in the presence of the Luofu's High Elder?
Dragon Lady, there's no need to panic. Elder, the Vidyadhara's sacred grounds and the High Elder are not to be used as pawns in exchange for your life.
You talk a big game. As if you have the nation and the people's best interests at heart. But when it really matters, you use a small girl as your shield. It's ridiculously pitiful.
I've said it before. Survival is never a sin. We're all Vidyadhara, so you should understand my intentions. And as a Vidyadhara, I will leave for you a dignified solution. Leave the Scale Gorge waterscape immediately, and appeal to the top echelons of the Alliance. Let the 6 charioteers hold a trial, and sentence me to exuviation and rebirth.
Знания
I see right
хотите?
through your plans, Mr. Tauron. Vidyadhara Rebirth erases past crimes, but I'm well aware of the Preceptor's dirty tricks during Rebirth. You might not be you, but you will still be you. I won't forgive myself for past sins under the pretext of knowing nothing, nor will I allow you to evade accountability.
Dan Heng, I've always disliked your inability to see the bigger picture. Rebirth hasn't changed you one bit.
Miss Bailu, as High Elder of the Luofu Vidyadhara, please share your thoughts at this moment.
I don't want to stay here. I'm tired of being pushed around. I'm not some puppet to be controlled. Please, take me away with you.
I understand. As the oath dictates, members of the Alliance are forbidden from harming Vidyadhara here. But I've long since severed ties with the Alliance. Right now, I'm simply a nameless, free to come and go as I please. The oath of the Xianzhou means nothing to the spear in my hand.
Get them! Do whatever it takes! Make sure they don't leave here alive.
I'm honored, but since you're already here, why not have
Отлично,
a
у меня
meal
2
before
хиллера, но Баффер урона.
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas aflame!
How about letting the enemy strike first? A little more heat.
Yeah. Fight to live!
That's how you. Nice like it, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
More season.
Get it together.
A miracle. I like that confidence.
Be of your body and mind. Set the seas aflame!
In the mood for another beating?
I'm honored, but since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Stand in position.
Immerse yourself in it. The truth burns. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Secret of the safe.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live! Allow me to yeah.
Nice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
I set the seas aflame! Dragon Lady, are you all right? I'm fine. Thank you for rescuing me.
You actually came here in person?
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to hear your lofty opinions. The public trial you seek with the 6 charioteers is inevitable. In addition, I'll write to the Sage Queller of the Feng Hu. With her hatred for evil, I'm sure she will make a just decision.
If it's her, she will earn the respect and assent of all the Vidyadhara on the Lafu.
In terms of martial prowess, you indeed have the upper hand. But if you're under the impression that this advantage can be used to settle the score with us preceptors, that's quite an overestimation. Given the Vidyadhara's foundation within the Alliance, do you really think you can do anything to us? As I mentioned, I'll take all the blame and become the scapegoat. With the secrets I possess, the interrogation alone will take an eternity. And in the end, through various exchanges of interest, I am certain to survive. You understand this better than anyone, as it's the very art of trade-offs you love to wield. Lastly, a word of caution to you. I heard that Hule has escaped from prison and is headed directly for the Sky Splitter. The bloodshed at the war dance is bound to be gruesome. Perhaps, even before my trial, your impeachment will have you in dire straits first.
Regrettably, Mr. Taoran, the Sky Splitter only hosted Cloud Knights today. No audience. And just moments ago, Hule was executed by the Cloud Knights.
Операция завершена. В общем, паника сходит на нет. В комиссии Бусков. Скорбит о ком-то. Я так много не успел сказать. Да, она просто фотоаппарат забыла. Вы чё?
I was only in the bathroom for a little bit, and you've already arranged my death? Hey, can't you play some normal games with Dragon Lady?
О нет, это
Are
зомби.
you amused? Alright, enough playing. It's time to visit my masters.
The infirmary is right over there. You can go by yourselves. Oh, come back and visit me when you have time.
Next time, let's not play overly realistic make-believe with this doofus, okay?
Well, there's not much I could do. General Fei Xiao didn't really give me any chance to shine during this wolf hunt operation. If I had been in the ring, I could have knocked down 10 Hulays with just one strike.
You sound exactly like Master Yenshing. But for now, both he and Yun Li have been forced to go to the Alchemy Commission for some well-needed rest. I'm the least accomplished in swordplay, but I came out unscathed. I really ought to thank my masters for taking all the blows on my behalf.
Да, блядь. Реально, там еще ивент у меня на этих выходных. Жесть. Жест. Ладно, это я уже завтра пройду. Так сказать, всем спасибо, все свободно.